Today I want to show you how to make this little gift card holder. Isn't this cute? It's a little holder purse, and you open it up and here's a place to put your gift card. I'm going to get a scrap piece of paper. Your gift card sits right in here. It's a little bit bigger than a gift card, but it sits right in there. And then your sentiment and at the bottom, and then you just fold it all together, and you can attach a little glue dot or a piece of Velcro to hold it shut, and there you have a cute gift card holder. So let's get started. This project is very simple. I want to thank Angie Judah, who is another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. She's the one that I got the idea from, and so I just want to thank her for sharing her ideas. So let's get our measurements. Okay, the colors I'm using are Crumb Cake, Calypso Coral, and Vanilla. Very vanilla. Just 3 basic colors. We're going to be using the Big Shot and the Framelit dies. So you, I'll have to measure these because I'm not sure. I know this is the largest Framelit, and I think this is the 3rd largest. So we'll be using them. Tear and tape to hold things together. And let's go ahead and get started with the measurements. First off, you're going to need a piece of cardstock that measures 6 by 6. This piece, which is the actual holder for the gift card right here, that piece measures 4 1/4 by 1 1/4. And then these 2 pieces, your Calypso Coral is going to measure 3 7/8, and your Very Vanilla is going to measure 2 1/2. I'm sorry. Calypso Coral's 3 7/8 by 2 1/2. Your Very Vanilla measures 3 1/2 by 2 inches, and they're going to go on top of each other. Okay. The stamp set I am using is Bella and Friends. This is actually designed by Angie Judah herself. She got to design a stamp set when she achieved her $1 million in sales. So this is her stamp set we'll be using today. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna set things off to the side. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is work with our 6 by 6 cardstock. Okay. And what I want to do first is just score this in half, or we could actually fold it in half, like so. Okay, very simple. Fold that in half, and I'm going to use my bone folder to crease it down, like so. And then we're going to get out our trimmer, because I'll show you how to get these angles here. Okay? Okay, here's our Stampin' Trimmer. All right. I'm going to see if I can make this bigger. I don't know if this will work or not. Oh, yes, it did. I'm always excited when something actually goes right. So I'm going to scoot this down a little bit so it's in. Okay, so you want this folding towards you. Okay, that's the key. Now you have your line. This is where your cutter is. And you want to place the top corner on that line. Okay, like that. And this bottom corner goes over here. So this is the 0 point, and then you go 1 inch, 2 inch, and 3 inch. And then going this way, it goes a half, a quarter, and 1 inch. And so with the Stampin' Trimmer, I put it at, down here at the corner, at the 1 inch mark. Okay, and we're going to cut that piece off, like that. Okay, good. I did not press hard enough. We'll try that again. I'm going to make it over to the 1 inch mark, put your corner there. There we go. Now we're going to just do the other side the same way. You're going to put your corner up there and line it up with the 1 inch mark. Takes a little bit of eyeballing, but once you get it, there we go. See how that works? All right, then you open it up like that. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get my stamping out of the way now that we got that cut. So I am using Bella. And this image that says, thank you from the bottom of my heart. The ink I'm using is Crumb Cake. And I'm going to zoom this out so you can see, whoops, more of it. There we go. I'm going to set this off there. I'm going to open this up. Okay. Now before I get too far ahead of myself, I'm going to stamp and then cut the pieces out. I think that would be a lot easier. That way I can center my framelit die where I want it. So, oh, you know what? I forgot one more. Okay. I forgot another stamp we're going to use. Above Bella, there is a the Just For You. It's actually by itself. It's a single stamp like this. And then we stamp Bella. So let's go ahead and get that together. So, oh, I'm going to try again. That happens when you press down a little too hard. There we go. And now I'm going to ink up Bella. I'm going to put hers underneath as I can. Uh-oh, that came out crooked. You know what you do? Stamp Bella. Okay, she's a little crooked, but that's okay. And right above her, Just For You. Okay, now I know it's crooked. Let's see if that still works. That still works, and we'll run it through the Big Shot that way. So I'll take this bottom part off. Okay, so we got that one done. Now we have the bottom piece that says thank you. Link that up. This way I can put my ink away and see if I can get it straight. Ha! There we go. Okay, I'm going to put this away, otherwise I will have it everywhere. I love to craft and create, but I will get ink everywhere. Okay, now I'm going to go get my Big Shot. And we are going to run this through. All right. I have what is called a magnetic platform. I debated a long time about getting it, and I am so glad I did. Oh, it's a time saver. Your dies don't move. They are, once they're down there, they are down there, so to speak. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take Bella, but I want to angle this so she's centered. Just like that. Now I'm using my magnetic platform, a cutting plate, the cardstock, the die, and then another plastic cutting plate on top. I'm going to run this through. I'm sorry if the camera shakes. Try and do this way. There we go. Okay. So there's that piece. And then the larger Calypso Coral, we will run through it. Now this does not get stamped, it's just, this is kind of our lid, I want to call it, our closure. So I'm going to run it this way. Boy, that moves that whole table. Okay. And so I now have that piece. I'm going to put this over here. Okay, so I'm going to set this stuff off to the side. We are done with that. So now we have a large label, the small label, these, this piece, and this piece. Okay? Okay, now, let's all go ahead and just get things kind of together. We're going to open our card. This is our bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and use my snail. put this in like that. I'm going to flip this over. Okay, so there's our sediment. And that, now we'll go ahead and put in our piece that's going to hold the gift card. What I'm going to do is just put snail, yeah, I think that'll work, on the bottom, okay, on that side, and on that side. Okay, so only 3 sides get the snail, okay, because this is your top. This is where your gift card's going to set. And we're going to set this as close to the score line as we can, because you kind of have to remember you have a gift card sitting up here, so to speak. Okay, so it closes like that. Yeah, closes like that, okay? Okay, so now we're going to take our labels and we're going to get them attached and do our handle. Okay, this is burlap ribbon. I think it's 5/8. Yeah, burlap ribbon 5/8, yeah. Okay, and so I'm going to take my top label and I'm going to score this, because I tried folding it in half on, you know, just by itself, and it didn't work out very well. It was very, very hard to get everything lined up. So I'm going to grab my trimmer, and I'm not trimming, I'm scoring. So on a trimmer, your dark is your cutter, your light is your score. Now, I always got them confused and ended up cutting when I was supposed to be scoring. So I went ahead and take a Black and Magic marker, write score across it. That way you know it is the scoring. And so I'm just going to make my edge flush. We'll kind of figure out a middle here. Okay, I think just like that. I'm just going to run that over a few times and then fold. Oh, that makes it so much easier. And we have our lid. Okay. So I'm also going to take my bone folder. Yeah, I moved it. Can't see where I put my bone folder right now. Anyway, that is our lid. It's just a label die folded in half. Okay. Now, on the back of this, you're going to make 2 holes. Let me flip this one over. So there's our label die. Okay. I made 2 holes on the back of this, and I used a Crop-A-Dile, which is, let's see, I think I went in from the side, and I'll show you in a second why I placed it where I did. Hold on, I want to be able to see this. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so, all right, this is the back of our card, and we don't want, I don't like having the knots that we're going to tie our ribbon showing. So, see how like this one, it's all folded together, and your knots are actually between the 2. So, the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and take our ribbon, and for me, what I like to do is just cut it at an angle, so it's easier to thread through. And we're going to go from top down. And you can use any color ribbon. I don't think you can use just anything. I'm going to pull it through quite a bit, because at the end of this, I'm going to tie a knot. This ribbon might be a little stiff to use, but I think all you want is a knot, just like that. Now what I like to do is go ahead and cut the excess off, and then we're going to scooch it back. Okay, you see where our ribbon is? Now, if you want to, and it could be beneficial, take a piece of Scotch tape, or I'm just going to use a glue dot for the moment, and I'm just going to have something just to hold it in place. Okay. Now you can kind of gauge on see how long you want your ribbon. I'm going to cut it off down here. Again, at an angle. Probably too much ribbon, but that's okay. Okay, so there's our handle. Okay, then I'm going to go through in here. I'll go ahead and make a knot. Yeah, this ribbon, the burlap ribbon, I should have remembered that from last time. It's just a little stiff. Not bad to work with, but just a little stiff. Okay. And then again, I'm going to trim it up so we can, it's not so bulky under there. Okay. Just like that. Okay. All right. Before I forget to do this, and I already did it on the inside, I'm going to get out my ink pad. I'm going to get out a sponge, and I'm going to go ahead and sponge this. And I'll tell you right now, it's easier to sponge it before you add your ribbon. That's okay. That's the fun of creating. You get to run into problems. You can modify them as you go. A lot of times I will start out with one idea in my head, and then it turns out to be something 100% different. And because as you go along, you get to experiment, and what may not look right to you will look different to someone else. It's just fun. It's just using your imagination and creating. Okay, so I sponged this, we folded it, we added our ribbon. Now the next thing I want to do is go ahead and add the Just For You. I'm going to take a piece of tear and tape, and I'm just going to go along the top of my smaller label. This is also wonderful stuff. It is so easy to use because just pick it up, tear it. That's it. Okay, I'm going to place it there. Okay. And there is our, and I'll lay it like this so it's easiest. Now, wait a minute. Okay. We've got to remember your holes are the back side of your card. You don't want to attach this on that side because knowing me, I would do it and not think about it. So there's our front. Yep, there's our front. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, now I'm going to grab a red marker real quick. And Bella's heart needs to be red. So the little heart right here. Such a pretty dog. I have two dogs. I have Daisy, who is a rat terrier, and Lola, who's kind of a Heinz 57. Love them both. Just really love them both. And we got some cats and 2 guinea pigs and a fish. Actually, the fish is my husband's. Okay, now I'm going to use tear and tape, and we're going to go ahead and place this back here. It's going to be a little bulky because of that. Boy, I don't know. The knots will be bulky, I'll tell you that right now. Oh, look at my other one. How did I get it to lay down? Oh, okay. I'm going to put this on the back. I'm going to flip my card over and put that on the back of the card. Like that. In the one I made, I didn't realize it. I didn't make knots. I just laid it over and glued it in. That would have been smarter. That would have been a lot smarter. Because it will be bulky. I feel the bulk. I apologize if you hear noise outside. Our neighbor has decided to bale hay. Yep, that's what he's doing. Oh, the joys of living in a rural community. I love living in a rural community. I would never. The city is great. I like the city. But there's just something about being out here. Okay, here we go. I apologize. I'm still kind of experimenting with this. And what I'm going to do, take a piece of tear and tape, go along the middle like that, tear it off, and then I'm just going to lay this down how it would lie naturally, like this. And then we got the tear tape on the back. Oh, that looks so much better. So my suggestion to you, if you're going to make this, use a different ribbon. And I'm just going to squish it all together, just like that. Now, that should fold over. Let's just make sure it's flat. Okay, there we go. So it folds up and it folds down. And then you, like I said before, to attach it or make it stay, a piece of Velcro would be the best. Then we'll use a glue dot and put it over like that. So there you go. Now I should have sponged the top, which I didn't do, or I did a little bit, but maybe a little bit more. My handle's a little bit longer on this one. But there you have it. There's your gift card holder for instructions and all of that. That'll all be on my website at AnnaWimStampers.com. And I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for joining me. Bye.